President Biden is sending a clear message to the electric vehicle industry. EVs are the future, he says strongly, wondering why they are reducing or stopping their production. But why is this happening now, when electric vehicles are becoming so popular? The burning question remains. What's the driving force behind this urgent call from the president? Are EVs the future of the automobile industry? The push for EVs is driven by both environmental goals and economic strategies. The primary reason is climate change. EVs are seen as a key solution in reducing carbon emissions, aligning with the Biden administration's agenda to combat global warming. Economic incentives also play a significant role. The Inflation Reduction Act, IRA, offers tax credits to make EVs more affordable. This is a financial incentive to encourage the shift to electric. Additionally, the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, is imposing stricter emission standards, nudging car manufacturers towards electric models. These moves are keeping the U.S. competitive in the global market, particularly against countries like China. However, this transition can be challenging for those accustomed to gas-powered vehicles, marking a significant shift in the American driving experience. Biden's plan for the EVs. President Biden's got a big plan to help the environment and shake up how we get around with EVs. The goal is to make charging an EV super easy, like filling up at a gas station. By 2030, they want to set up 500,000 charging spots all over the country. They're making sure these chargers are solid, easy to find, and work the same no matter where you are. Plus, this is going to create a bunch of new jobs to keep these chargers running smoothly. There's also a huge push to make more EVs right here in the US. We're talking about a whopping $85 billion going into making EVs, batteries, and chargers. Big car companies like Toyota, Honda, Ford, and GM are getting in on this, opening up new factories and creating loads of jobs. This is all about making America a big player in the EV world. Money's a big part of this plan, too. The government's setting aside $15.5 billion to help turn old factories into places that can pump out EVs and their parts. This means cash and loans for car makers to switch gears to EV production. The plan includes ways to get people excited about buying EVs. They're rolling out campaigns and events to show off the perks of driving electric, hoping more folks will go electric for their next car. The reality of EV sales. In 2023, electric car popularity surged in the US, with over 1 million sold by November, significantly more than in 2022. This increase is largely attributed to the Inflation Reduction Act, which offers financial incentives for buying electric vehicles. However, the industry faced several challenges. Ford, for example, struggled with pricing and demand. Despite increasing production of models like the Mach-E and Lightning, sales lagged. Ford had to cut Mach-E prices and scale back production, particularly of the F-150 Lightning, shifting focus towards commercial vehicles and hybrids. Volkswagen also experienced a decline in U.S. EV sales. They attributed this to an easing of supply chain issues leading to inventory buildup, especially of their ID.4 electric SUVs. Confusion and hesitation among customers regarding tax credit eligibility for EVs further compounded their difficulties. Even Tesla, a leader in EV sales, faced challenges in 2023. While their overall sales grew, the company had to adapt its strategies to various market conditions, indicating a complex and evolving landscape for electric vehicles. Challenges faced by the middle-class community. About 60% of the United States population falls under the middle-class community, and they're not very excited about EVs. This reluctance is due to a combination of financial and practical factors. One of the primary reasons is the high upfront cost of EVs. These vehicles usually come with a higher price tag than traditional gasoline cars, which can be off-putting for middle-class families. Although EVs offer long-term fuel and maintenance savings, the initial investment is still a significant barrier. Another concern is related to charging. Many potential buyers are worried about the battery running out of power and the need for charging stations. While the battery range of EVs has improved, allowing for longer travel on a single charge, the infrastructure for charging is less developed than that for gasoline vehicles. This, combined with the longer time required to charge an EV than refueling a gas car, adds to the apprehension. Practical considerations also play a crucial role in this hesitancy. Consumers often prioritize factors like cost, driving experience, and convenience over the environmental benefits of EVs. The electric vehicle market, still in its growth phase, doesn't offer the same variety as the market for gasoline vehicles in terms of size, style, and features. This limited choice can make it hard for consumers to find an EV that fits all their needs. needs. Furthermore, there needs to be more certainty about the long-term aspects of owning an EV. People are concerned about the lifespan of EV batteries, the potential for rapid technological obsolescence, and the impact on resale value. These factors contribute to the wariness among potential buyers. Impact of IRA. So, the next question is the middle class impressed by the Inflation Reduction Act's impact on the EV market? The act has brought significant changes, benefiting both car manufacturers and potential buyers, especially those from the middle class. The act introduces a tax credit of up to $7,500 for new electric car purchases, valid until 2032. This credit is particularly helpful for middle-class buyers, making EVs more accessible. From 2024, buyers can receive this discount at the point of purchase rather than waiting for tax returns, further easing the financial burden. Automakers like Ford and Tesla are adjusting to these changes. Ford is balancing its EV pricing strategy with sales volume, while Tesla has utilized the tax credits to boost sales, even reducing prices to maintain market presence. Both companies are striving to align their products with the new regulations while keeping them appealing to consumers. The act has also led to significant investment in the U.S. EV and battery production sectors, creating over 84,000 jobs. This economic boost helps the U.S. compete globally in EV manufacturing. However, the act doesn't address high interest rates impacting car loans, a concern highlighted by Tesla's CEO Elon Musk. These rates can make EVs less affordable for consumers, including the middle class, by increasing monthly payments. Despite the IRA's incentives, high interest rates continue to influence the market demand. Tesla has responded to these challenges by adjusting prices and offering various incentives like customer referral discounts. These strategies aim to balance demand and supply and maintain productivity. The U.S. EV market is evolving, with consumers, particularly in the middle class, weighing whether EVs suit their needs. Automakers increase production while managing market uncertainties, price changes, and regulatory pressures. Additionally, industry executives are lobbying for adjustments to emissions rules, which mandate a significant shift to EVs in new vehicle sales by 2032, adding another layer of complexity for automakers. Battery production and supply chain risks. The production of batteries for EVs is another ongoing challenge due to the reliance on special materials like lithium and cobalt, largely sourced from China. This dependence creates risks. Political issues or natural disasters in China could disrupt supply, leading to delays and increased costs in EV manufacturing. Environmental and ethical concerns also arise from the extraction of these materials. Mining for lithium and cobalt can cause environmental damage, including water pollution and habitat destruction, and may involve poor labor conditions. In response, companies and governments are exploring alternative strategies. They are searching for these materials in other regions to reduce reliance on China, developing battery recycling methods to reclaim lithium and cobalt, and innovating new battery technologies that require less of these materials. Efforts are also increasing to ensure sustainable and ethical sourcing practices. These include adhering to regulations that protect the environment and ensure fair treatment of workers in the mining industry. Global response to EVs. Moving forward to the global picture, the EV market is expanding rapidly, with different approaches in China, Europe, and the United States. China leads in the EV sector, largely due to government subsidies making EVs more affordable than traditional cars. This support has propelled companies like BYD to success. In Europe, the push for EVs is driven by strict pollution regulations and incentives for purchasing greener cars, prompting European automakers to increase EV production. In contrast, the U.S. is working to catch up with China and Europe in the EV market. Under President Biden, efforts like the Inflation Reduction Act aim to boost EV adoption by offering financial assistance and fostering job growth in EV and battery production. However, concerns exist about the potential impact on traditional car manufacturing jobs and the pace of this transition. Each region is navigating its path towards EV adoption, with the U.S. leveraging legislation and incentives to facilitate the shift. Despite the global movement towards EVs, challenges remain in achieving widespread consumer acceptance, maintaining economic viability, and competing on the international stage. The future of EVs, while promising, is still unfolding amidst these complexities. Former President Trump's perspective. Also, former President Donald Trump has expressed skepticism about the rapid transition to EVs. He has several concerns, including insufficient charging infrastructure, especially outside of major cities. He's also worried about the range of EV batteries, doubting their ability to cover long distances without frequent recharging. Trump's doubts extend to the potential economic impact of a swift shift to EVs. He's concerned about the job market, particularly in industries linked to gasoline vehicles, such as manufacturing and servicing. He fears that a rapid move towards EVs could endanger these jobs. Trump's stance contrasts with the current government's proactive push towards EVs. He prefers focusing on gasoline vehicles, citing the practical and economic considerations. In the end, EVs are a trending topic at the moment. But what's the true story behind them? Will they become the main type of vehicle in the future, or are there still significant challenges to overcome? Please share your views in the comments section. And if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content.